Blackstone presents Gone Viral, How COVID Drove the World Insane by Justin Hart. This book is read by Axel Bosley. To Jenny, for standing with me on the pillars of life. To Mom and Dad, for the heritage, love, family, and faith that will live on for eternity. Introduction. Debunking the myths of COVID. I'm not a healthcare expert. Normally I wouldn't insert myself into someone else's domain, but the powers that be seemed to have no problem inserting themselves into mine. They closed in on my business, my church, my kids' education, my health, my grocery store, my gym, my coffee shop, my barber. You name it, and some government entity was there with strangling regulations or an order to shut the thing down entirely. My business was simply killed outright. I'm an executive consultant for a host of various industries in my day job. I help companies, nonprofits, and political campaigns visualize the way they're performing through interactive dashboards, kick-butt charts, and the like. Plus, at the beginning of the pandemic, most of my income came from running companies that offered exclusive golf excursions for baby boomers, one-on-one consulting for college-bound kids, and a high-end vacation club for wealthy families. The pandemic killed that side of my business dead as a doornail. Within weeks of the pandemic hitting, I had no clients to speak of. I'm not one to sit around, so I threw myself into the thing that everyone was talking about, coronavirus. With my good friend and colleague Aaron Jin, I formed a ragtag bunch of analysts, chart makers, and lay activists who were ready to be rid of our health overlords and get our lives back to normal. We called our group Rational Ground. Eventually, Rational Ground started publishing on a daily basis with our Substack, covidreason.substack.com, our website, rationalground.com, and our primary social media presence on Twitter. We would come to be one of the leading voices of reason in the fight against insane COVID policies. Since the failure of PCR testing, we discussed the age-stratified risk of COVID and the death certificate details on COVID-19 deaths. We made interactive charts that helped users visualize what the data actually meant in their lives. We brought up the sheer lunacy of the stay-at-home orders and pointed out the true low risk of the virus and its effects for children. It was quality material people weren't finding anywhere else, and we gained followers at a rapid rate. By fall 2020, one of those followers was Dr. Scott Atlas, who at the time was a key advisor to the Trump administration on its COVID-19 response.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?